All right, let's do this. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Baruch HaShem family. We are the Fives family. We would like to welcome you into our household as we conclude the Shabbat by celebrating Havdallah. So, if you're not familiar with Havdalah, it is a ceremony that concludes the Shabbat and ushers us into the next week. And you are here live with us to perform that. So with me here today, I have my son, Amari. Say what's up.
What's up?
We are going to take you through Habdullah, and we're going to introduce you to the elements as well too. So let's do that. So what we have here before me today is the elements that are part of this ritual, this ceremony, Habdullah, which literally means separation. The elements that we have here today are the cup of wine, which symbolizes the joy that we experience on the Shabbat. We have the sweet smelling fragrance, which has various spices in here that smell good and represents the sweet smelling scent that we experience on the Shabbat, that lingeringness that we long for. And then we have the multi-wick candle, which is almost done here. And this represents the family unit coming together as a whole, which also represents the light of the world, Yeshua. So here we have the elements of Habdallah. So this week I had the opportunity to kind of crack open an old book that I have in my collection here. Probably one of the top 10 books. This one definitely changed my life. This book is about business and money, and it's by an Orthodox rabbi by the name of Dr. Rabbi Lapin, and it's called Thou Shalt Prosper, the 10 Commandments of Making Money. And it's a book about the common myths and misnomers of Jews and money, and just the misnomers of business in general. One of the chapters in this book is about, it's titled Do Not Pursue Perfection. And the chapter is more about the generosity and the gratitude that is being expressed, being thankful for the things that you have. But he makes a comparison to Havdalah. When I first read this, had no clue what it was and didn't even have it highlighted, did not even ring a bell to me. But having come back through this week, I definitely saw something that I wanted to share with you all, where he does a comparison between Havdalah and talks about business and a little bit of money. So with that being said, let me take a little bit and I'll read it here. This part of the section is titled, You Must Provide for Yourself First so that you can help others later. And it goes like this. As the Sabbath ebbs away each Saturday night, Jewish families prepare for the productive work week ahead by singing the joyful Habdullah Service. This observance divides the Sabbath from the upcoming work week and asks God to increase both the family's offspring and their wealth. It also highlights their hands as if to beseech blessing on the work of those very hands. The Habdullah service is recited over a cup of wine that runs over into the saucer beneath. This overflowing cup symbolizes the intention to produce during the work week ahead, not only sufficient to fill one's own cup, but also an excess that will allow overflow for the benefit of others. In other words, I am obliged to first fill my cup and then continue pouring as if it were, so that I will have sufficient to give away to others, thus helping to jumpstart their own efforts. So as you can see here, I just like the fact that he was talking about just as if, as if it beseeched blessing on the work of those very hands. A part of this ritual that we do, part of the prayer, we put our, the tradition is you put your hands up to the light and the light reflects off your fingernails. And I think that's kind of what he's highlighting. So again, the principle, obviously, live beneath your means so that way you can provide and help others. I think that's what he's trying to get across. So long story short, if you like to read, I definitely recommend checking out Thou Shalt Prosper. It's a great book. With that being said, let's get into this. Let's get into the prayers and let's go ahead and conclude Shabbat. All right, man, you ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, olam, borei peri hagafen, borei peri Uri Hagafen, Amen. Lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam olam borei minei bisamim borei minei bisamim Amen. Lai lai la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai 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 la 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 lai lai la Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam olam borei me'orei ha'esh borei me'orei ha'esh Amen. Lai lai la 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 lai 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 la. All right, and after that we sang Eliyahu, the herald redemption of Elijah, and Amari is going to start us off here.
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu Hagiladi.
Beam Hera Beyamenu, Yavo Elenu, Em Mashiach ben David, Em Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu Hagiladi. All right, and with that, we pour the wine into the saucepan and dip the candle in there to conclude Shabbat. And with that, we say Shabbat Tov. Have a great week ahead.
Have a good week.
Look forward to seeing you next Shabbat. Shalom from the Fobs.